Image optimization for SEO, naming, alt text, and file size. My name is Sam, and this is a continuation of our SEO for Beginners video series. In this video, we are going to talk about images. We're going to go give an overview of the importance of image optimization for website speed, accessibility, and SEO, and we are going to hit on naming, alt text, and file size. So first, naming images for SEO, why it matters. It helps search engines understand what the image is. You can give your image a random name, or you can give it a nicer name, and it's going to be cleaner for search engines. And it does allow you to get extra keywords on your page. That's probably not going to make or break anything, but if there's little things that we can do to help, we want to do those things. So best practices: use descriptive keyword-rich names. An example: red running shoes, red-running-shoes-women.jpg. It's recommended to separate with hyphens as opposed to underscores, and then avoid keyword stuffing. I think if we can get our keyword in there, that's great, but don't force it, and don't put multiple versions of the keyword within the same image. So a bad example, this is an image that has not been optimized. The file name here is screenshot-2023-10-30, whatever. It's not named well. It's literally just, I took a screenshot and then didn't change the name at all. I don't have alt text. I didn't change the title here. So that's not what we want to do. A better example, so this was from an earlier video. This was a screenshot of the red running shoes search engine results page. So the file name is red-running-shoes-serp. It's a WebP format. We'll get into that, but the file size is 57 as opposed to 371 kilobytes. We have good alt text here. We have the title, red-running-shoes-serp. Much better. It's going to be better understood by search engines. Next, alt text. So alt text or alternative text is descriptive text for images that assists both for SEO and accessibility. Why is it important? It improves accessibility for visually impaired users. This is the number one reason why it's important. It can help search engines indexing images and understanding images, but the purpose of it is if an image comes up if there's a visually impaired person, so someone who's blind, and there's screen readers, and so if they're using a computer or a tablet or phone, there's software that will read what is on the screen, and so the text, it'll just read the text as it is. But when it gets to an image, obviously if someone can't see, they don't know what the image is, and so it will read the alt text, which should describe the image. So that's why you should do it. It's helpful, it's good for accessibility, so do that. Then as secondary benefit, if we can naturally get keywords in there, that will help getting it'll help search engines understand what the image is about, and can help with SEO. So going on, a bad example again, we're going back here. Bad example, no alt text, just completely leaving it blank. That's not very helpful. Good example, this was our screenshot for red running shoes, and then the alt text is screenshot of search engine results page showing listings for red running shoes, including product images, pricing, and links. Like, that's a very descriptive text of what the image is. A medium one would be screenshot of red running shoes SERP. So that still is helpful. It's better than nothing, but if we can be more descriptive, that's great. Best practices for writing alt text: keep it descriptive and concise. Aim for 100 characters or less. Describe the image in a natural, keyword-friendly way. Again, lean towards accessibility, lean towards being helpful to someone who is using a screen reader. If we can get keywords in there, great. Example here for an image of red running shoes. Okay example would be just red running shoes. A better example would be red running shoes for women, ideal for fitness and outdoor activities. If that's what the image was. Another example here, this is the one that we just went over, but red running shoes search engine results page. So an okay example would be red running shoes SERP results page, or similar. A better example would be screenshot of search engine results page showing listings for red running shoes, including product images, prices, and links to online retailers. If you're not sure what to write, a super easy way to do this is to feed it to ChatGPT and just say, hey, here's an image of da da da. Please write an alt text for it, a good alt text for it, and it'll give you a pretty well written alt text. Next, file size. So why image size matters. Large images, they slow down page load times. If it's a bigger file, there's more that has to be loaded, and so it's going to go slower, which affects user experience and SEO. Faster load times are going to lead to a better user experience, better rankings typically, and lower bounce rates, If the page loads quicker, I'm more likely to stay on the page. If it takes forever for a page to load, I may hop off, and then that's not going to be good for me. It's not going to send good signals to Google or any other search engine. Tips for optimizing image size. So pay attention to file formats. JPEG files, best for photos, balancing quality and size. PNG files, ideal for transparency or text if there's text in the image. And then WebP, it's a newer format, but that's usually right now, at least since fall of 2024. It's a pretty good way to go where you're going to get high quality but very small file size. And then there's lots of compression tools. There's plugins if you're using WordPress. There's TinyPNG. This is probably the one I use the most. JPEG Optimizer, Image Optim. This is a paid one. But these are very easy to use, very accessible. Just a couple of examples. This is TinyPNG. Now I gave it our red running shoes picture. Initially, the screenshot was 329 kilobytes. It saved us 74%, and was now 85 kilobytes. I did the same image with JPEG Optimizer, which reduced it slightly lower, 83.53, but more or less the same. And then last, I took that same image, and it was a PNG file. I converted it to WebP, and you can see it went from 329 kilobytes down to 59. So that was notably better than either of just changing the file size was a better option than using the image optimizers up there. Last thing here, responsive images and lazy loading. So responsive images would be using different image sizes based on what screen someone is on. So mobile, if I'm on my phone versus if I'm on my desktop, it's going to show an actual different image file. There's a source set image attribute that can be used for that. Probably if you're on WordPress or whatnot, I'd use a plugin most likely to make that easier. Then lazy loading. This is also something that if you're using WordPress, probably a plugin is the best way to go, but it will defer image loading until needed. So when scrolled into view. So instead of, if you have an image further down your page, it's not going to initially load it until someone actually gets down to it. This is going to cause a smaller file size to come over, because if you're not sending that image over right away, so the main part of the web page will load, which is going to be better for user experience. Benefits: reduces initial load times and improves mobile experience. Recapping of image optimization. Naming: use descriptive, keyword-rich names with hyphens. Alt text: write concise, relevant, descriptive alt text. File size: compress your images, use the appropriate formats, implement lazy loading. And why it all matters: optimize images, enhance SEO, they improve your SEO, they improve your user experience, and they will boost your website speed. I hope this was helpful. We will be putting out more videos of our SEO for Beginners series in the coming days and weeks. Hope you have a great day.